weekend is the second free ORV weekend of 2020, and here to talk about exactly what that means and the other laws that apply right now to off-road vehicles, attorney Tom Sinus of Sinus Dramus Law Firm. And Tom, what is free ORV weekend and how does it differ from the rest of the year?
Well, twice a year, Derek, in the state of Michigan, we have two of these free ORV weekends. The first is in June, and the second is this weekend in August 15 and 16. And the difference from other weekends is in the name free. What that means is that this particular weekend, you can ride an ORV without purchasing an ORV license or a trail permit. Normally, during the rest of the weekends of the year, you're required to do that. One of the things that's different about the August ORV weekend from the June weekend is that in June, there is more stuff that's free. For example, that's free fishing weekend. It's also the weekend in June where people can go into a state park without a rec passport or paying the entry fee. But in August, it's a bit more limited, but it's still free when it comes to those ORV licenses or the trail permits for Saturday and Sunday of this weekend.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the basic safety rules that they still apply this weekend, I assume, right, Tom?
That's right. We do not take a holiday from the basic safety rules regarding off-road vehicles. So let's just review a few of them. Of course, if you own or operate one of these, you should review the rules in detail. Number one, you have to have a U.S. Department of Transportation approved crash helmet. And by you, I mean either the operator or any passenger on an ORV. And don't be confused here between the sort of curious law that we have regarding motorcycles, because it is true that motorcyclists in limited circumstances can ride without a helmet, but that law does not apply in any circumstances to ORV. So anyone on that vehicle this weekend or any other weekend, got to have a helmet. Number two, there's some specific rules regarding gear. You got to have a braking system, throttle, a spark arrestor, and a muffler, seating for everyone on the vehicle, and lights. That's all required under the law. What about who can operate? Well, if you're under 10 years old, under no circumstances can you operate an ORV. If you're over the age of 16, you can. In between, there's different rules for different ages. So, for example, ages 12 to 15, those kids can ride, but they have to be in visual supervision by a parent or guardian, and they have to have their ORV safety certificate. And finally, we got to mention alcohol. Alcohol is a no-no when it comes to ORVs. You cannot have an open container on your ORV, and if you are caught operating your ORV under the influence of alcohol or drugs, that's 6 points on your license. If heaven forbid you're operating under the influence and you cause injury, that's a felony. So on free ORV weekend or any other weekend or weekday regarding an ORV, stay away from alcohol.
Okay, good reminders. Tom, where do people track you down? They need more information.
Sure, they can find us online at www.sinusdramus.com and give us a call in West Michigan at 616-301-3333 or shoot us an email at info@sinusdramus.com.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Derek.